All right, Brakata Yahawa, Brakata Yahawashi, Brakata Yahawa, Brakata Yahawashi, Brakata Yahawa, Brakata Yahawashi, by Hashem Hakudash. I want to give double honors to our elder apostles and elder bishops, a great millstone who rule well, and peace and blessings to the house of David the elect. All right, I'm Zahab, Spirit, we in Judah, and today I want to go into a lesson entitled Setting the Stage for Peace. Setting the stage for peace. All right, and I'm just going to open up with the scripture. This is Malachi 4:2. But unto you that fear my name shall the Son of Righteousness arise with healing in his wings, and ye shall go forth and grow up as calves of the stall. All right. And the point is, all right, I'm going to read that again. Malachi 4:2. But unto you that fear my name, all right, which is the hopeful elect. All right. We know the name of Yahweh and his son Yahawashi. All right. But unto you that fear my name shall the Son of Righteousness. And it says son as in S-U-N as opposed to S-O-N. Son of Righteousness arise with healing in his wings. All right. Because what is he here? What is Yahawashi here to heal, man? All right. What is Yahawashi here to heal? And that's what I'm doing this lesson on, man. See, the things that's going on the planet Earth, or ultimately the Most High is setting the stage. All right. The Most High is setting the stage for a world of peace, all right? And that's going to be the glory, and that's going to be the beauty, all right, of the world to come, is that it's going to be a world of peace, all right? All right, Sirach chapter 10, all right, verse 10. The physician cutteth off a long disease, all right? The physician cutteth off a long disease. Who is that physician? Yahawashi. What is that long disease? It's Esau. And that long disease is that long extended rulership that he had that was like into a cancer on the planet Earth and ultimately to the 12 tribes of Israel, started with the so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans. All right, that long disease, all right, that plagued the planet Earth, all right, was the rulership under Esau, Edom, all right? All right, known as the so-called white man, the so-called Caucasian, the European, all right? All going back to the nation of Edom, all right? Sirach, the 10th chapter and the 10th verse. The physician cutteth off a long disease. Salat. The physician cutteth off a long disease. And he that is today a king, tomorrow shall die. So going back to Malachi, all right, chapter 4, verse 2, it says, but unto you that fear my name shall the Son of Righteousness arise with healing in his wings, and ye shall go forth and grow up as cows of the stall. So what is the Most High doing for this planet Earth? All right, starting with, World War III, or starting with America being destroyed by thermonuclear missiles, or starting with the ascension of the 12 tribes ascending into the chariots, all right, and we coming back down as rulers on the planet Earth. All right, but what is the Most High setting the stage for? All right, the Most High is setting the stage for peace to the 12 tribes of Israel, man. All right, there's going to be a new vibration on Earth. Right now, there's a warlike energy. There's a warlike energy, all right? There's a warlike energy dominating the planet Earth, starting with America, all right, and extending into the Western hemisphere, all right, or the Western world, or the parts of the world that's influenced by the West. And it's a very competitive dog-eat-dog vibration, which goes back to the nature of Edom, all right, which goes back to the serpent in the garden, all right. But now we're about to come into the vibration of peace, man, all right, which is going back to Adam, who is Yahawashi, all right. So Yahawashi is about to set the tone of peace on the planet Earth, all right. And let me get just to further build on this, all right, let me get the book of Isaiah chapter 60, all right, verse 17. It says, and this is talking about the kingdom, all right, and what the Most High is going to clothe the 12 tribes of Israel in, man, all right, how he's going to construct our rulership, all right, or his rulership. Isaiah chapter 60, verse 17. For brass I will bring gold, and for iron I will bring silver, and for wood, brass, and for stones, iron. I will also make thy officers peace and thy exactors righteousness. All right, meaning that we're going to be under the rulership of peace. All right, all right. We're going to be under the vibration of peace. All right. Then it goes on to say, verse 18, violence shall no more be heard in thy land, wasting nor destruction within thy borders. But thou shalt call thy walls salvation and thy gates praise. All right. So what does it tell you? That as opposed to the current state that we're in under Esau's dominion, all right, the 12 tribes are constantly in a state of warfare. They even tell you that, you take the average Israelite boy or the average Israelite in the ghettos of America, he has the same PTSD of someone overseas, man. Post-traumatic stress, all right, disorder, and someone overseas, showing you that we're in a warlike state over here in the Americas. I say the Americas because it's talking about North America, Central, and South America. All right, let me get that. Isaiah 42 and 22. All right, it says, talking about Israel, Isaiah 42 and 22. But this is a people robbed and spoiled. They are all of them snared in holes, those religions, and they are hid in prison houses. What are those prison houses? It's your dwelling places. All right, from the ghettos in America, all right, to the slums in Central and South America. That's where the 12 tribes serve their prison sentence. All right, they are for a prey and none delivered, for a spoil and none save restore. All right, so going back to Isaiah 60 to make that comparison, Isaiah 60 and 18, violence shall no more be heard in thy land, wasting nor destruction within thy borders. But thou shalt call thy walls salvation and thy gates praise. All right. So there's a whole nother polarity, or a whole nother, it's like a parallel universe. All right. In the kingdom of heaven, man. It's not just going to be about, wealth. All right. And ultimately it's going to be about rulership, but the vibration and the energy that's going to dwell on the planet Earth is going to be a vibration of peace. All right, even in the dwellings in these bigger cities, man. All right, it's just a hustle and bustle, and ultimately it's a push and shove and step over the next man to get to the highest level. All right, that's not the energy and the vibration of our Prince. All right, Yahawashi is called the Prince of Peace for a reason. All right, let me get that right quick. Prince of Peace. All right. All right, this is Isaiah 9 and 6. It says, all right, for unto us a child is born, talking about Yahawashi. Unto us a son is given, and the government should be upon his shoulder, and his name should be called Wonderful Counselor. And really, that's his title. All right, and his name should be called Wonderful Counselor, the Mighty God, the Everlasting Father, the Prince of Peace. So Yahawashi is going to be called the Prince of Peace. Of the increase of his government and peace, there should be no end. All right. And it says, of the increase of his government and peace, there should be no end. All right. Upon the throne of David and upon his kingdom, to order it and to establish it with judgment and with justice. How is that? All right. Because we're going to rule the nations. All right. Through the laws, statutes, and commandments. That's justice. All right. From henceforth, even forever, the zeal of Yahweh of hosts will perform this. All right. So Yahawashi is referred to as the Prince of Peace, man. All right. So let me go back to Isaiah 60 and 18. All right. I'm going to start at 17 again. For brass I will bring gold, and for iron I will bring silver, and for brass wood, and for stones iron. And I will also make thy officers peace, and thy exactors righteousness. All right. We're going to be under the rulership and the vibration of peace, man. All right. No more worrying, no more stress. All right, going back to Deuteronomy 28, all right, you're basically in a state of warfare, man. The curses is basically, we're in a state of warfare in Americas, man. So-called black on black crime, all right? Gun violence, drugs, all right? Drive-bys. Your dwelling is in a state of warfare. But then the Most High says, look, there's going to be the opposite of that in our homeland. Violence shall no more be heard in thy land. All right, what does it mean by violence shall be no more heard in our land? where there's actual wars over there in Israel between Amalek and Ishmael, or that we were people before we were land. So over here, how do you hear about violence in the land? Whether you hear gunshots at night or you watch the news, all right, or you actually witness violence, all right. Violence shall no more be heard in thy land, wasting nor destruction within thy borders, but thou shalt call thy wall salvation and thy gates praise. All right. So, hey, that's a beautiful. We have something beautiful to look forward to, man. All right. And I have my final scripture. All right. Is also in Isaiah. All right. I just type it up again. All right. Because, it's more than, all right. It's more than, we got Edomites in captivity and we beat them up. We eat watermelon getting served to us. Watermelons getting served to us by concubines. Hey, we're going to be under the vibration of peace, man. And that's what's important. Isaiah 14:7. The whole earth is at rest and is quiet. They break forth into singing. Yea, the fir trees rejoice at thee, and the cedars of Lebanon, saying, since thou art laid down, no feller is come up against us. Because the earth is aware the earth is aware of who's in rulership, and the earth is oppressed. The earth is in captivity. So the earth is going to be aware that it's no more in captivity when Esau loses his rulership. All right. And an example of that was during the pandemic. All right. The animals broke forth into the roads and they just had a peaceful nature. Like nobody was no longer a threat to them, man. All right. Because Esau's rulership is a threat to the planet Earth. This concrete jungle suffocating the earth. All right. The earth's resources has to be robbed just so people can have everyday convenience. All right. People have to be put under slavery in the form of child labor in different countries to create convenience in America. All right. We have minimum wage in America to produce, all right, fast and convenient lifestyle for consumers. All right. Isaiah 14:7 again, the whole earth is at rest and is quiet. They break forth into singing. So post World War III, post the destruction of America, all right, the end result is going to be peace. And we're going to be under the vibration and the rulership of peace. All right. Jerusalem is the dwelling of peace, the city of peace. All right. Yahawashi was coined the title, all right, the Prince of Peace. All right. So there's going to be a sense of serenity in the air every day. Every day, like the other apostle said, it's going to basically be a vacation. All right. Sirach 10:1. A wise judge will instruct his people, and the government of a prudent man is well ordered. Who is that wise judge? Yahawashi. And his government, as pursuant to Isaiah the 6th chapter, all right, he's going to have a government order in righteousness. So it says the government of a prudent man is well ordered. It says, as the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers, and what manner of man the ruler of the city is, such are all they that dwell therein. But did it not just say in Isaiah 60:17? All right. 17. It says, I will make thy officers peace and thy exactors righteousness. But did it not refer to Yahawashi? All right. As what? All right. It referred to Yahawashi. Wait a minute. Let me go back. It referred to Yahawashi as what? Isaiah 9:6 a lot. It refers to Yahawashi as the Prince of Peace. So we know, going back to King Solomon, which was really Yahawashi, not to get too deep, all right? But Solomon really goes back to the word peace, okay? So we know that and when King Solomon was on earth, all right, it was a rulership of peace, all right? Sirach 10 and 1 again, a wise judge will instruct his people, Isaiah 9:6, and the government of a prudent man is well ordered. He's going to order his kingdom in righteousness. Let me go back. All right. All right. I'm going to go to 7. Of the increase of his government and peace, there should be no end. I heard the end result of administering the laws on the planet Earth is peace on earth, upon the throne of David and upon his kingdom, to order it and to establish it with judgment and with justice from henceforth even forever. The zeal of Yahweh of hosts will perform this. All right, but it says, of the increase of his government and peace, there should be no end, upon the throne of David and upon his kingdom, to order it. All right. All right. It says, verse 10, Sirach 10:2, as the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers. And what man of man the ruler of the city is, such are all they that dwell therein. All right. So everybody's going to have the vibration of what? Peace. All right. Everybody's going to have the vibration of peace, because the ruler is going to set the tone, man, of how the earth is going to be and how the citizens are going to be. All right. Everybody is under a beast-like vibration, because the rulers of the world are under a beast-like vibration. Okay. So, like I said, the Most High Yahweh is setting the tone for his son to rule, like King David was setting the tone for his son to rule. All right. That's why King David had a heart after who? The Most High. But he set the tone for his heir to rule, all right, King Solomon. And King Solomon set the tone for peace to be the dominant energy on the planet Earth under his rulership. But there was a prelude and a foreshadowing of the things to come. All right. Now the Most High is setting the tone again for his son to rule, but this time with eternity. That's why it says, all right, Isaiah 9:6, I'm going to get ready to close it out. It says, of the increase of his government and peace, there shall be no end, upon the throne of David and upon his kingdom, to order it. See, when King Solomon was in rulership, there was 40 years of peace, but it had an end to it. But this time when King Solomon comes back, if you may receive it in the spirit, this peace would not have an end to it, man. All right. Upon the throne of David and upon his kingdom, to order it and to establish it with judgment and with justice from henceforth even forever. The zeal of Yahweh of hosts will perform this. But you know, with that, I hope you brothers and sisters were edified as I was. And once again, I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahawashi, Ba'ashem, Chakudash, double honors to our elder apostles and elder bishops of the great millstone, rule well. Peace and blessed house, David the elect, Abba, Shalom.